to hot tech. AMD continues to rip and destroy Intel in the CPU wars with the release of 2nd Gen Ryzen Threadripper. We're going to be talking about AMD's Phenom CPU.
Is this a CPU? Wow! Look at the size of it! Threadripper 2.
Last year, AMD unveiled Ryzen Threadripper, a CPU focused on the high-end desktop workstation. The 12-core 1920X and the 16-core 1950X, with pricing at $799 and $999 US, performed well against Intel's Core i9. And this year, AMD unveiled 2nd Gen Threadripper, based on the Zen Plus 12nm architecture. AMD released two variants, the X series that directly replaces the last gen Threadripper, that is the 2920X and the 2950X, and the second variants are the WX series, with the 2970WX boasting 24 cores and 48 threads, and the 2990WX 32 cores 64 thread as the flagship processor. What's cool about this is that these 2nd Gen Threadrippers
series of quad-core processors had the highest core counts among consumer products. But in the 10 years since then, the situation has changed a lot, with AMD launching an industry-shaking 16-core Threadripper processor last year, and then following it up today with the debut of the 2990WX, $1,800 price tags. When we dig even a little bit further into the specs, we find that the WX series, so these are the two new high-end ones, doesn't turbo up as fast as its X brethren, the direct Zen Plus replacements for last year's Threadripper 1. Really breeze by our test benches, but this time there are a couple of important notes. So AMD
In other news, NVIDIA will launch the next generation RTX series cards next year.
2080 Ti and 2070 have finally been announced, and depending on who you ask,
GeForce has finally risen once again. NVIDIA had finally capped off rumors and has officially announced its next GPU architecture, codenamed Turing. The new RTX series of cards features full support for ray tracing, a technology that determines how light will be used in games and programs and tend to devour raw GPU performance. The new RTX cards will be 6 times faster according to NVIDIA's webpage compared to previous generation cards. It will also support new features like an AI support, NVIDIA Shadowplay, G-Sync HDR, and NVIDIA Alcyn. As for the pricing, the 2080 Ti will be at $1,200, the 2080 at $800, and the 2070 at $600, much more expensive compared to Pascal, their previous generation GPU architecture based on the MSRP.
cores for machine learning, and the new RT cores, which promise to finally bring real-time ray tracing to games. You can check out our previous video on this topic, but ray tracing is a super demanding form of lighting in games that can create hyper-realistic scenes, but at the cost of tons of processing.
Good morning, Philippines. This is Hot News. I'm Micaela D. Carpio. Bike riders die after crashing into funeral parlor in Isabela. A laborer died when his motorcycle rammed a funeral parlor in San Manuel, Isabela before dawn yesterday.
Hi, I'm Princess and this is Hot News. Park Bo-young confirms first drama scene strong woman album soon.
Park Bo-young is making her much-awaited drama comeback. On August 16, it was announced that the actress would be starring in new TV and drama Abyss. Abyss is about beautiful female prosecution lawyer and less attractive guy who are revived through an abyss with completely different looks. Twisted their lives and romance. Park Bo-young will play the prosecution lawyer who tried to find out the secrets behind her revival and discovers true love in process.
Testimonies of cops, Ian De Los Santos inconsistent.
State prosecutors noticed inconsistencies in the defense of the accused police officers facing trial for the murder of 17-year-old Kian de los Santos.
Tambay talaga.
Uy, pare, huwag ka naman puro tambay dyan. Nag-exercise ka naman.
Bakit? May masama bang epekto ang pagiging tambay?
Alam mo ba, ayon sa pag-aaral, ang pagtambay ay nagiging sanhi ng pagtama.
Sige pre, tara, jogging tayo.
Hello everyone, Jerez here. Welcome to Hot or Not. Our weather forecast for today is partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain shower will prevail over Bicol region, Northern Samar, Oriental Mindoro, Romblon, and Marinduque.